Ba weep grogna weep ninnybong TF addicts, and welcome to Maximize the Hype. But this time it's a live episode. So technically I wasn't lying when I said episode 2 was on the way. um yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well. It's Tuesday, 10:25 p.m. Literally started this less than a minute ago. So I started this at 10:24. So like self-prophecy. But yeah, we're here to do a little bit of early speculation about the theatrical trailer, which is going to be up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm super excited. The lineup that we got shown in the teaser or trailer teaser, I think that was a really really cool way to promote the upcoming trailer. I'm super excited. Grant, personally, I don't really like trailer teasers. I just kind of think they're redundant because it's like, you know, if you're just going to tease the trailer, then you might as well just show the trailer. But, you know, obviously that's their way to maximize the hype. And from what we've seen, like I said, I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm all for this. I cannot wait for this trailer. It is so refreshing to be excited for a Transformers movie again. It's been so long since we've gotten a trailer. It's been so long since we've gotten a Transformers movie. It's gonna be monumental. It's gonna be historic. It's gonna be amazing. I'm super excited for this film. If you have not seen it already, by the way, please feel free to check out my most recent reel on Instagram as well as here on YouTube. I uploaded a small little thing about how I have a good majority of the Rise of the Beast cast in figure form. And an update. Rhinox has officially shipped from down under, so he'll be here very soon. So I will be doing a if I can talk, I'll be doing a updated version of that as well at some point in time. And I still plan on doing more Maximize the Hype episodes. I just feel like this one deserves a live treatment. So, you know. But yeah, going from there, I'm gonna show off what we've seen today. I'll answer some comments and we'll go from there. But yeah, trailers tomorrow, less than 12 hours from now, 11 hours, 11 and a half hours. So it's exciting. It's a good time to be a Transformers fan. We are feasting right now. We have so much stuff on the way and so much stuff that's happening. Hello, Lucas. Thank you very much for your support on Instagram as well as here. I appreciate you, all the shares and everything. Okay, we got Mr. Repeat Offender here. Please, I'm gonna say this. I've asked you this before. Please stop asking me when I'm gonna make a new Transformers stop motion. It's coming. That's all I can tell you. I get that you were excited for Trees in a Tarn story. I can understand. That's your entertainment. That's what you like to see. They take time. I'm currently working on Divided Mind. I made an update video about that as well. You can check that out. But please, every time you come in these streams, please stop asking me because I'm going to start deleting the comment. Not to be mean, but it's getting a bit old. So please just keep that in mind for next time, okay? Also, say hello. Like, come on, guys. Be more like Lucas. Say hello. Common decency. You can do it. Everyone's capable of it. I'm currently trying to pull up the posters that we got yesterday and today to talk about those for a little bit because those are also going to be part of Maximize the Hype. I will make those individual episodes as well. Like I'll do an individual episode on like promotion and how I feel like they've been handling it, and I will demonstrate or I will show those posters. But for right now, since we're here, I want to talk about this because I just think it's cool. So it's taking a little bit. It's funny. I have the fastest internet I have right now, and it still takes a little bit. So let's see. It's still loading. The comments are taking a while. Hold on. Have you heard Transformers Legacy will come out one day? What? Transformers Legacy has already been out. You're talking about the toy line? That's already been out. That's been out since 2020. Hold on. I'm getting the posters and everything right now. I'm not good at this. Be patient, please. Boy. God, it's so good to talk about a Transformers movie again. It's been like we've just been getting spoiled with all kinds of Transformers content. It's been amazing. It's such a good time to be a Transformers fan. I love it. I live for it. This is what I live for. And if anyone feels the need to shame me for it, then poo on them, because I like what I like. Let's see, where are all the posters? We got like several different posters, and they don't include all of them in the single posts. So, no, I'm talking about the show of Transformers Legacy. It's possible, but I wouldn't put it past them to deny it, since the War for Cybertron trilogy did so bad. Not a lot of people really cared for it, which is unfortunate, but, you know, what can you do? Not everyone likes everything, like me. So, it's okay, though. I'm so sorry. My internet is just being an absolute butt right now. I'm not a professional at this. I wish I was. Come on. Now I got this stupid pop-up on the side of my... This is terrible. This is a terrible live stream. What is happening? Come on. Get to the poster. There we go. Finally. That's gone. Let's see where it is. I got to like backtrack quite a bit. Why don't they just keep them in one single post? Like, doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. I guess this is fine. I can make do with some of this. Man, come on. What is... Guys, I am so sorry. I am ashamed of myself. This is horrible. This is such a bad live stream. This is probably one of my worst. Because I know we've all seen everything, but I still want to talk about it because I think it's really cool. But if we can't get to all of it, then I have to go from there, I guess. I don't know. We'll make do. In the meantime, I am going to talk about the lineup for that we saw today from the trailer teaser. I loved that shot so much. That was such a really cool shot. And I don't think Transformers have done anything like that before. The closest thing I can think of is when in The Last Night, everyone's favorite Transformers movie, I mean, my personal favorite Transformers movie, when Jimmy was bringing Optimus Prime and the Autobots and rallying up to meet with Cade and Vivian, and then, you know, Hot Rod and Bumblebee and Hound and everyone rallying all together, and we sort of saw a lineup like that. But like, this is like full on like Marvel style Avengers lineup stylization shot, and I love it so much. I am very happy that we got to see a front shot of Wheeljack. I know a lot of people do not care for that design whatsoever. They think it's like the most abysmal thing that the Transformers franchise has ever done to a character. I love that design. I 100% adore that design because it reminds me of the designs of like the Michael Bay movies, but sort of mixed with that like that smoothness to it in a way, because he doesn't look like a traditional, like he doesn't look like a character from the Michael Bay movies, but he has those elements to him, you know? Like I love the door wings on him, kind of reminds me of Mudflap because like they are very prominent. They are like in your face. They are right there. And I love the idea of Wheeljack transforming into a TV repair van while in robot mode, having overall seatbelt suspenders and having dorky glasses and like a helmet or like a, you know, bowl cut haircut type look to him. It just, I think it's great. I really love that. It's just, it's so good. It's so fun. And I really feel like people take these designs and everything like way too seriously. Like I can understand brand recognition, character recognition. Not everyone's going to know who that character is, but I wouldn't put it past them to be like, oh, you know, this is this character. His name is Wheeljack. You know, people will still be informed. Just because it doesn't support the source material in terms of design doesn't mean his personality is going to be different. And who knows? If it is, it is. It's just a new take on Wheeljack. But anyway, so as of when was this posted? I'm good at this, I swear. There it is. So back in March 10th, we got official posters for 3 characters: Optimus Primal, and then also Mirage. These posters have also been reshared. I forgot completely that Optimus Primal's poster was already shown. And I was kind of like freaking out today that like we got Maximal posters when I forgot about Primal. But I kind of like these. I like these like character spotlight posters because I don't think we've gotten anything like this through the Transformers franchise or for the Transformers movies. So like these look really cool. I like Optimus's. I like the rugged, like almost graffiti looking Autobot insignia on his shoulders, like how they look kind of like rubbed out and worn down and like really cool. I'm still not crazy about this Optimus Prime design. I'm just gonna say that right now. I do not really care for that because it's just the same. Again, this is where I was talking about brand recognition and character recognition and so on and so forth. It's just been the same design that he's always been. He's a red and blue truck with Generation 1 elements to him. And the only difference is he sort of looks more kind of like his IDW counterpart in Transformers Ongoing, where he has like the hinges and everything like exposed on his chest. And I guess in a way the Transformers Prime design too, because that's also an element from Prime. But like, I don't really care for this design. I'm glad that the face is not just going to have, like, he's not just going to have the battle mask all the time. He's going to actually have like an actual mouth, and it looks very similar to the Michael Bay design, which I love that design. So it looks like it's taking a lot of different elements from several different incarnations of Optimus Prime. The truck mode, I'll admit, is cool, but again, I just do not care for this design for Optimus. It's basic. It's basic Optimus Prime, but I love Optimus Prime. But the designs, they like, you know, again, not everyone is gonna hit. Some are unfortunately not gonna hit a lot. Like I've said it several times on my channel, or on the channel in general. I like the evasion mode Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. I think that was the best way to give us a G1 stylized Optimus Prime while still being somewhat unique and faithful to the original character. I'm not saying this is a bad design. By all means, I'm not saying that. Like, far from it. It's a good design. It's just one that I personally don't care for. Just like how people don't care for Wheeljack. It's no different. I accept it, though. And who knows? Maybe I'll start to like it more the more I see it, because that's a thing that happens. So we got one of Mirage also. Again, these have already been shared, but these are leading up to what I was talking about earlier, how we got more Autobot posters and more Maximal posters. I like Mirage. A lot of people very much do not like his design. They think he looks too much like Jazz in terms of vehicle mode. His robot mode looks very similar in some areas. But I actually kind of like this. It's really cool, and it's not the first time Mirage has been something completely different. albeit in Dark of the Moon, he was called Dino. But like promotional material and the books and the comics and the toys were, and not toys, the game where he was called Mirage. But I like this design. The only thing I don't like is just the wheels just kind of like chilling on his back. That's kind of like the one thing that kind of irks me. But the mechanical detailing, the face and everything, he looks cool. I like him. I like him quite a lot. A lot better than I thought I would, actually. And I kind of like how the headlights form like his shoulders. Like, that's something that we don't really see that often in Transformers, where it's like the headlights are normally on the front of the car, and then the front of the car is like their chest or something. But they found a way to like kind of differentiate that and make it, you know, stick out a little bit more, which I think is awesome. That's a really cool creative choice. And then, of course, we have Big Monkey Man, Optimus Primal, and he just looks so sick. I love this design for Optimus Primal so much. I'm not a Beast Wars fan by nature, but I grew to liking Beast Wars when I went back and watched it as a kid or early teen. And I kind of like it. It's a nuanced part of Transformers that a lot of people like and some people don't like because they refuse to accept that it's part of the G1 continuity, which I don't understand why. But it's so cool to see live action Maximals, and the leader of the Maximals is representing so faithfully. He's just a big robot monkey man who looks like he's based off of that canceled TLK concept art, while also being its own unique thing. I love the weathering that he has going on in the metal bits. I love the like techno-organic vibe that he has, like Beast Machines. So like he has like a lot of like robotic elements, and then he has like the fur, and then he has like the skin and everything. Like it's a really cool design. I really like it. And the green optics are a beautiful choice. I think it's a very nice way to differentiate Autobot, Decepticon, Terracon, Predacon, and Maximal. I think it's a really good way to like break it up. So it also kind of looks like, and this is just me speculating because again, we see how he has like this kind of like skin, and he has like the fur and everything. It almost looks like he would have had like a legitimate gorilla face over his actual face, and they just decided to make it robotic. Or maybe he did have that, something happened to him and it got like ripped off or something, and then that's just how his face looks. It'd be cool. I like it. Nice Maximal insignia too. Movieverse Maximal insignia. I love it. It's so cool, man. I'm all for it. I'm not going to go through all these. That's not really important to me. I'm just talking about the posters. But we do have more. So I'm not going to be playing videos either. I don't want to get copyright. No, not those ones. I've already talked about those in my first episode of Maximize the Hype, so check them out as well. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate that. And I will be updating the description and everything, so that way you guys can check out the first episode. This is also a really cool poster. I really like this one. This was uploaded on April 3rd, so a little earlier this month, and this was also on their, or rather, this is also on their Twitter banner on the Transformers the Movie page. That is a beautiful poster. I would love to have that and hang that up in my room. You have everyone front and center, and spoiler alert, each one, how they look is how you're going to see them in their respective posters. Mine is Wheeljack. Wheeljack's interesting. So we got Optimus Prime in the forefront, looking absolutely prime. I mean, again, I don't really care for this design, but I do give it credit where credit's due. They really found a way to like differentiate it a bit. Like he has the grill chest or the grill abs, but it's more part of his chest section. He has like the G1 type chest and everything. Bumblebee looks really good. He makes me cry almost every time because my mom used to really like Bumblebee. But he looks really good too. I love his design. I truly do. It's a nice blend of like the Bumblebee movie design mixed with the Michael Bay design in some elements, like the head, the chest, everything. But he has like that roundness that he had in Bumblebee, and I love it. RC looks really cool. I feel like she's gonna be a really cool character to watch in action. Like we saw her like zooming around with Wheeljack on the freeway when they're fighting Battletrap. Like she has like the roller blades, so she's kind of like a roller derby girl. I kind of like that. She's also surprisingly tall. Like she's almost up to like Bumblebee and like slightly half more than Mirage. Oh, it's cool. It's a really nice way to get scale. Speaking of Mirage, we get a nice better look at him as well, because every time we see a trailer or something for him, he doesn't always get to like. We don't always get like a really good shot at him. We did in the Super Bowl TV spot, even though it was basically an overglorified Porsche commercial. But we did get a nice little. I can't talk. We did also get a lot of nicer shots of Mirage, and I love the technical detail and the mechanical detail that they did for him. And the fact that this is not ILM is amazing. Like, they're doing such a good job. And then, of course, we have the Maximals over here on the left with Machu Picchu. So we have Optimus Primal right next to Optimus. He's a big monkey. We got Air Razor, who's kind of small for some reason. I kind of was hoping maybe she'd be like, I think she should be like a little bit like bloated. Rhinox, same deal. I think like he should be a little bit bigger. And then Cheetor. Cheetor looks really cool too. And again, they're all having that like techno organic vibe to them. So like Cheetor has fur. Rhinox has like the skin. He has like some nice texturing on his horn. And Windblade. Air Razor has like the beautiful feathers and like these really razor sharp talons and everything for her Falcon mode. I just think it's really cool. So hang on. I want to answer a comment. Answer a couple comments. Hello, Marvelous. I saw this coming. Probably soon, maybe. It depends on who arrives, who sticks around. It just depends, man. Just depends. Sometimes I go solo because I don't know. Sometimes it's the only way I know. It's the only way I'll actually be able to do a live stream. I guess I don't know. It's complicated. Being a content creator, streamer, whatever it is you do, it's just, it all depends on people and time and the world. By that, I mean also time, because everyone's in different like time zones. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, nice. And this is a pretty cool poster too. I like this one because it doesn't show too much. Like you still have like Machu Picchu, and then you have New York or Brooklyn. So you have our protagonist. Now, a lot of people are kind of freaking out and like thinking just because Wheeljack was not involved with this poster that he was going to undergo a redesign. And I'm kind of glad that that's not the case. I'm glad that they really stuck true with his design. A lot of people may be pissed off about it, but I truly am very grateful that they stuck with their guns and they're like, we're not going to change it because we hear the fans crying. Just give it a chance, basically. Like, it's no different than when you're a little kid and you have something on your plate and your parents are trying to make you eat. Like, it's the same thing. It's sort of. But I'm really glad they didn't change it. And I'm also kind of glad they didn't really show it off, because I feel like that's what was going to be like the big shock value, was that poster that we're going to be talking about here in a moment. It would have been cool to see him in this poster, though. Like, I could see him standing next to Mirage or behind everyone, because he's going to be a big Autobot. So we'll have to wait and see there. I'm not going to talk about everything, like I said, because I do plan on doing another Maximize the Hype episode, so please bear with me. So now we'll get on to the topic at hand, and that's going to be more posters. So we got another Transformers Rise of the Beast poster not even 4 days ago, courtesy of, I forget the guy's name. It was like Linkamus Prime on Twitter. I can't remember. But either way, someone saw this poster in theaters or something, and this is a really cool poster because not only is it like a brand new look at Optimus and Primal, but it's also a really nice reference to the 2007 poster with Optimus and Mech. But it is something from so long ago and still kind of respects it in a way. Like, I just like it. It gives off like a Civil War kind of vibe. I really would love. I love all these posters so far. These are all great. I think they're doing really, really well with these. So that's a really cool one. And now we can move on to these new ones. So I'm going to get the one that's going to hurt the most out of the way first, because it's really difficult to talk about. So we got a nice look at Bumblebee. Again, it's the same exact render that we saw in the standee. And I'm going to keep saying that a lot. I'm sorry. My brain only has so many words. I really like this design for Bumblebee. I'm really glad it stays faithful to the Michael Bay design, as well as still having that roundness to the Bumblebee movie design that we had for him. And I also, it took me a while to get used to it with the speaker mouth, because like I know he has it, but like this one is like way more predominant. It's like, or not predominant, sorry, prominent. Like it's way more visible than the other one, because the other one just used to be like a little circle and then it had like this like hook piece over it, so you couldn't really see too much of it. But like now this one's just a flat out speaker, which I think is cool. But as I said before, this one kind of hurts because my mom used to really like Bumblebee, and unfortunately, she's been gone for slightly over 3 years now, so I don't want to stay too much on this one. It's just hard, but cool design. Glad to see Bumblebee get a spotlight poster with a proper CG render, as opposed to his Age of Extinction one, where it's not even a render, it's just control art basically. He just looks really cool. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in the movie. So, whoops, we went from yellow to yellow. On this one, we have RC. She's looking really cool. She gives me feelings, like weird feelings. Like the poster pose that they chose for her is a bit odd. Because she's got like, I mean, we all see it. She's got like these bedroom eyes. It's kind of weird. Like, I get it, she's the girl of the group, but like, calm down. Save it for DeviantArt. But I really like this as well, because it gives her a nice look. It gives us a nice look at her. Also, I'm really glad, because as I'm talking right now, I'm holding her core class figure from Studio Series. I'm really glad that the design actually reflects the colors, like the light salmon pink and like the dark red and like the white. It may not be a 1-to-1 match, but it's a good attempt, and I really do hope that when we get Studio Series, like a deluxe Studio Series ROTB RC, that she gets a more like well-defined matching color to her figure. I feel like they should have done that on the core class, but I guess they just ran out of paint budget somewhere, because like the front of her bike is white, but only a part of it is red, and it just feels weird. And we can clearly see on her design she has a lot more red than she does white. But I like that we can see the pink. I like that she has like these pink like cheeks, these cheek plates. I'm also very glad that they got rid of the Bumblebee movie style face, because that face and TLK Drift I did not like. It was so unnerving to look at, just because they're just like layered panels on top of each other, and they were these curved panels too. But on this one, it's like, it's very flat. It's very like almost human-esque, and I kind of like it. She's also got them lips. Got a nice, beautiful Autobot insignia right there on her forehead. She looks really cool. I'm really, really happy with this design, because I feel like it's taking reference of like every RC that exists. So it's like G1 RC with Cyberverse RC, Transformers Energon RC with like Transformers Prime RC, Revenge of the Fallen RC because of the color. Like, there's a lot going on for this design, and I think it's a beautiful amalgamation of everything that has been for RC's designs. All right, I'm gonna get this one out of the way too, but I'm also gonna talk about this one a lot. So again, a lot of people were under the impression that because Wheeljack here was not involved in the standee, that he was gonna get a complete redesign, at least in the head. I'm very glad that's not the case. I, for one, am, first of all, first look at his CG render. I am 100% okay with how this looks. The lips are a little off-putting to me, but I can get past it. I mentioned in the first episode to maximize the hype that his mouth and everything looks a lot like very segmented. I mean, the lips pretty much prove that as well. But you can see like how the overall face has like the lines that kind of make Wheeljack's G1 look. And I'm still very much under the impression that like he's going to have a battle mask, because his head is very skinny and he has like this helmet. So I wouldn't be surprised if like he has some kind of battle mask. Like if it's not the glasses, I feel like there are going to be parts that like pop out of the sides of his head to give him like the fins, which we already know. And I'm not acting like I'm saying this first, because again, in that trailer teaser that we saw today, he does actually get those little fins. So I think that's a really cool thing to do. And I just think it's one of these situations where it's like people need to calm down and wait to see exactly how this design is going to look, what it's going to do, how it's going to move, you know, stuff like that. I love the Autobot insignia on the chest. I really like that. I also think that that same insignia is going to transform into the Volkswagen logo, because it's the circle, and then all instead of that needs to be there is like literally the Autobot insignia, and then you can just turn that into the VW logo. I think that would be a really cool little like visual thing to do, because it's literally that. And I love that. And again, I love the fact that he transforms into a van, because I just think that's perfect for Wheeljack. He's a nerd. He's a science geek. He's all about technology and electronics and everything. It's perfect for him. Designs, again, it's a bit weird, but I'm okay with it. And I like the fact that we get to finally see him in the forefront. So that's really cool. Wheeljack in a starring role in a Transformers movie. Who would have thought? I also just noticed he has an Autobot insignia right there on his forehead, just like RC. That's pretty cool as well. So there's that. Now, again, I already mentioned Optimus Primal, so we get that poster again, except I don't think it's exactly the same. I think we get a little bit more detail, maybe. Maybe this is just the same rehash. I have no idea, but still cool nonetheless. And then we get our first one of Cheetor. And I talked about this on Instagram on my stories, that they seem to have taken, like, at least in terms of the figures, it seems like they took the beast mode for this design and put it on the mainline figure, and then the robot mode, because we do see the robot mode in the final, or in the final battle scene of the teaser trailer. His robot mode is very based on it's based on his Studio Series design. So it's kind of interesting to see how the two forms are spread across two different toys. But it also does look like, now looking at it a little bit closer, the legs seem to be accurate to the Studio Series version. And the other reason I also say that is because this is also apparent on the mainline Cheetor. He has the Maximal insignia like right there, dead on his forehead in beast mode. Albeit not prominent enough as like the figure itself, because it's a big Maximal insignia just slapped on his forehead. This one's very subtle, and you can see it like be disguised by the fur and shown through the metallic robot parts, which I think is really cool. And again, those green optics, I love that choice. Having all the Maximals have green optics is a really good way to differentiate each faction. I think that's really cool. So moving on, we got the Powerhouse. We got Rhinox. Now, something I want to point out that I saw over on Alfonso Nation's Instagram story is that if you take a very close look at Rhinox's maw, otherwise known as his mouth, these little bits right here that look like teeth, which probably are teeth, they're not your typical like herbivore teeth. They're not like it's not just a straight like a robot rhino tooth. But if you look very closely on the poster itself, those are basically little driller heads. And I mean the driller from Dark of the Moon. So they found a way to like took that design and turn it into something, an element for a character design. And I just think that's a really cool way to not just kind of reference the driller in a way, but also just a really cool way to integrate such a unique and odd design into a modern day design. I just think that's really cool. And again, just like we saw in the standee, I love that all the Maximals have like this weathering effect to them. He has like this skin going on. You see like all the, like, there's so much detail to admire on this. The ears, they got all like the little panel lines and everything. The horn looks to be like actual rock or some kind, or like looks like it to actually be made of like ivory. And I think that's a really, really nice touch, because it's supposed to be giving off this like old weathered looking type style to every single Maximal. And I really like it. And I cannot wait to see him in like a full body shot. I can't wait to see him transform. And I cannot wait to hear David Sobolo voice Rhinox. That's going to be awesome. Him and Battle Trap. That's going to be really cool. So, and then we have Air Razor, voiced by Michelle Yeoh. And I really like this shot of Air Razor because, again, with the details that they are doing for these characters is insane. You have the feathered down on the Falcon head. Interesting enough, she's the only Maximal to have yellow optics, which I don't know if that's foreshadowing something or if that's just an intentional choice that they made to make her look cool. But it's interesting because Primal, Cheetor, and Rhinox have green optics, and Air Razor's the only one that has distinctive optics, or a distinctive optic color. I just now noticed that too, actually. I looked at this poster earlier and I didn't think about it, but now I do, and I have to make an Instagram story on that. But again, I like all the feathered details and everything. Like these, like from the actual down to the robotic feathers is a really nice touch. The talons look vicious and fierce, like they're going to impale you. It's like I can't really see too much going on in the mouth. I don't know if she's going to have a similar thing with like Rhinox, or she's going to have like driller teeth, but you know, there's so much detail going into these designs. They just look really, really cool. I'm honestly like really happy about how much attention to detail they're going for these designs, because these are supposed to be taking place, like these are supposed to be like, I don't want to say pseudo realistic, but they are supposed to give off a realistic type feel for these designs. So I'm glad that they're still following suit with that, because this is supposed to be live action, but I love the Maximals so far. It would have been cool if we got Rat Trap and Dinobot and Tigatron, but I'm okay with these. I think this is a good selection for now. And who knows, maybe we'll see the rest later on in the sequel. Maybe this won't be the only times the beasts rise. Maybe we'll see a sequel, and then we'll have more Maximals, and we'll still have like, you know, stuff like that go on. Who knows? But either way, good posters all around. I'm very happy with them. I'm very happy we get to see the full cast of the Autobots. So we have Mirage, Optimus, Mirage, Bumblebee, RC, and Wheeljack. And then we have the Maximals, Primal, Cheetor, Rhinox, and Air Razor. So I think that's a very nice lineup. I think we're going to be I think these characters are going to be done very well. I'm super excited. Now, again, I'm not going to show off the video because I don't want to get copyrighted or anything. But if there are pictures to, yeah, here we go. So this is going to be for, the, let me check my battery real quick. Sorry. Okay, 34%. So this is going to be what we're probably going to see not only in the beginning of the trailer tomorrow morning, but we're probably going to also have this be like the end, or at least before the end of the trailer. So this is that nice, beautiful lineup shot that I was talking about. Everyone's seen it. It's nothing new. I mean, it is new, but if you've seen it already, you've seen it. But we have this gorgeous lineup shot of Cheetor bearing his fangs at probably Scourge and the Terracons. We got this really nice looking shot of RC, again giving off that nice like magenta red pinkish color. You have the pink that is very reminiscent on her actual figure, which I'm very proud of, and I'm very happy that they did that. I'm not super I don't fully understand why the figure does not replicate the same coloration on her figure, or I guess it does actually now that I'm looking at it. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. It looks like it's supposed to be more more red than white. So who knows? But either way, she looks like she's ready to kick some ass. I'm really excited for that. And then we got Wheeljack, and I'm super happy to see him in a more focused a more focused scene. And you can kind of see in here that he has like his little ear fins poking out, which I'm actually really happy about. And you can also see that how I mentioned like the door wings are very similar to like mud flaps from Revenge of the Fallen. But his design is not that big of a deal, guys. I think it's really cool. I really do. I like how it looks a lot. He looks to be holding like some kind of device, or maybe that's just like a lens flare or something, but it kind of sort of looks like some kind of tracker, or like maybe his hand is transforming into a cannon. Hard to tell. I love those seatbelt suspenders though. That's genius. Or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're serpentine belts or something from his engine. And again, that Autobot insignia is so present, and I love it. He's an Autobot, and he's proud. And then we got a nice shot of Optimus Primal just walking up on all fours. And then we have Optimus Prime, our two leaders of the faction, standing together side by side on the big screen for the first time ever. That is a huge, monumentous occasion in the Transformers franchise. I'm very, very excited to see what's going to happen. And fun fact, in the extended version, or the full screen shot, the full screen version, I swear to God I can talk, you can actually see what just happened. Hang on, my stuff's being slow. Okay, there we go. In the full screen shot, the full screen version, you can actually see Rhinox kind of slowly peek behind Optimus, so he's going to also be walking up there in Rhino mode as well. And I think that's going to be really cool to see as well. So I hope we see a lot of Rhinoxes, like Rhinox and Air Razor and a bunch of other characters. So I think it'll be very interesting. So yeah. Anyway, we're not going on Twitter. Don't like Twitter. So yeah, that's pretty much all the promotional material we're getting so far. With this poster announcement, with all these posters, I genuinely wish, or hope rather, that tomorrow, as soon as the trailer drops, not only are they going to show the trailer, but they'll also drop the Terracon posters, because I really want to see Scourge and Battletrap and Nightbird and a well look for the for their upcoming designs for their movie appearance. I really want to see that. You know, it's like, of course, promote the good guys, but like give us the bad guys as well. You know, personally, I think that's how it should be. I'm going to keep that up here for the rest of the stream, and this is not going to be a long stream either. I'm probably going to be ending it here in a few moments, because my fucking laptop's almost dead. We're at 32% right now. So, Yolo Park just showed off Rhinox's robot mode. Oh, did they? Did they now? I kind of want to see that. I know the toys showed it, but I want to see like the actual design. Oh, excuse me. Let me see. Would it be in this post? Maybe? No, I don't think it will. Okay. Let's take a look at the forums then. Let's see what the forums have to offer. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe so. There we go. Right there. Found it. Obviously giving credit where credit's due, because the username's right there. So credit to Zodiac. 1,968,340. This was posted on April 5th, so this wasn't too far away. There it is. Ooh. Oh, that's actually a really cool design. It's almost very faithful to the mainline version that we have. The only difference is, like, I can't tell if those are ears or if those are his horns. Or horn. Or if, like, the horn is turned sideways or something. But that's pretty cool. I kind of like that, actually. I have to make a post on that, because that's a really good-looking design. I love the robot mode designs for the Maximals. They look really great. Genuinely really excited for for all of these. Just gonna have to wait and see if we're gonna see it like that in the trailer tomorrow or not. That's a really cool design. I like that. That's all I can say. Everything's really cool. Things are cool. I like cool things. Can you tell? I wish I was better at this. Come on. Go back. Thank you. And here we go. All right. So we've been going live for about 40 minutes. I have yet to talk about the predictions. So let's talk about the predictions. Also, I want to see Air Razor transform in the second trailer. Yeah, I want to see what her robot mode is going to look like because they seem to be keeping that under wraps. So, in terms of predictions for trailer 2, I feel like we're going to be getting a lot of Terracon action. I think we're going to see a good amount of Scourge and Nightbird and Battletrap. We've gotten a taste of Battletrap, a lot of Battletrap actually in the last trailer. We saw him in vehicle mode shoot a couple missiles at Wheeljack and RC. We saw him in robot mode shooting his blaster at Primal and the Autobots. And we saw him with Scourge taking down Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. And I thought that was really cool. But other than that, he was not really in there a lot. He wasn't very prominent. So I'm very excited to see more of them. Or him, sorry. I was thinking them because I'm thinking of the pair up with Scourge and Battletrap in the same scene. So that's why my brain went to them. But in terms of that, I really hope we see more of Battletrap. I hope we hear him as well. If that's one thing I really want, I want to hear how the Terracons are going to sound. At least one of them. Give me one of them. And I guarantee you, dollars to dollars. I don't know how that saying goes. Dollars to donuts? Whatever it was. I guarantee you we're going to end up hearing Peter Dinklage's Scourge. And I hope we do, because that dude has a very good voice for evil characters. So I'm very eager to hear Scourge tomorrow. I think we're going to hear him. I don't think we're going to hear Battletrap. If we do, we might hear like a grunt or something in the middle of a battle. I don't think we're going to hear any spoken words from him. I would like to hear Nightbird. I think Nightbird's voice would be really cool to hear, because we have no idea how she's going to sound, and I'm very interested to hear how Michaela J. Rodriguez is going to be voicing her. I really also hope we get a little snippet of Wheeljack and RC, maybe. Like, maybe they drop like a one-liner or something, or the two of them have a conversation or something. Maybe, I don't know, just remotely anything. We've already heard Mirage, so now it's just up to hearing Cheetor and the rest of the characters I haven't spoke. So I really hope we hear Scourge. I would like to hear Battletrap, but I feel like we're probably not going to hear him. I really hope we hear Nightbird. I also would like to hear Wheeljack, because I don't know if that dude has done voice acting before or not, but I just want to hear what they're going to go for his voice. Like, are they going to go with the whole, making each character sound like the vehicle mode that they scan? Like, because the vehicle mode that Wheeljack scans is a van for TV repair, but it's in Espanol. So is Wheeljack going to end up being Latino? Are we going to get a Latino Wheeljack on our hands? Kind of similar to how we have like a British Wheeljack in Dark of the Moon? Because like I'm okay with that if that is the case, but I'm also kind of like, I prefer if he just doesn't have an accent or anything. Like I just want Wheeljack to kind of sound like Wheeljack. Like, designs are one thing, character voices are also one thing. And I'm not exactly a stickler for either one of them. I don't care as long as the personality matches the character design and the character itself, obviously. But like the voices, sometimes it can kind of be a little over the top. Like, everyone remembers how Drift was in Age of Extinction the last night. He was just a flat out, unfortunate Asian stereotype. Voiced by the talented Ken Watanabe, who did a fantastic job. I still love Drift. But yeah, I hope that we don't get like a Wheeljack with an accent. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. It's not a big deal to me. It's just going to be an interesting shift. It's going to be a very interesting take on the character, but I'm all for it regardless. I do hope we hear Liza Koshy as RC. That's something I really want to hear as well, because she does have voice acting under her belt. She's actually the news reporter in Hamster and Gretel on Disney Channel, and she does a really good job at that. I'm not saying she's going to sound like that, but I do hope that, again, RC sounds like RC, which, that shouldn't be too hard to do, right? So, and if she has an accent, she has an accent. That's also fine. It's whatever. It'll be interesting because, change is good. I don't really know. Cheetor is going to be the one that I'm most interested in, because he's going to be voiced by a guy from Zimbabwe, which is going to be very interesting. So I don't know if he's going to have like I don't know if he's going to actually have like a legitimate like African accent, or if he's going to have if he's just going to speak normally. Well, not normally. He's going to speak regularly, but again, it's just one of those things where we have to wait and see. What I do expect to see, though, is like we're probably going to get a little bit of human scenes. Like we're going to get our introduction to the characters, Elena and Elena and Noah, or Noah and Elena. Then we're probably going to get the explanation of like how these two got pulled into this alien robot civil war. Hey, JJ. Excuse me. We're probably going to see a little bit of the fight scene that's going to take place at the museum, because we did see a snippet of that in the teaser trailer. Maybe we'll see the journey to Machu Picchu. Maybe we'll see Stratosphere take the Autobots, and we'll see the Autobots just chill out in Stratosphere's cargo bay as they're making their journey. Maybe we'll see more of Optimus fighting Scourge. I hope we do, because you kind of have to have that if you're building up your two main character, for the factions. Maybe we'll see a fight between Optimus and Primal. Who knows? That would be cool. As long as it's not like the equivalent of Age of Extinction's fight with him and Grimlock, where Optimus just slapped him like a dog, and then, Grimlock just decided to submit. So... But that would be an interesting dynamic. Again, in the teaser trailer, we did see like Rhinox stand in like this very defensive position, like he was bellowing at someone. So I feel like that's going to be an introduction into how the Autobots meet the Maximals. So maybe Primal brings them to that jungle area where the Maximals have like a base. And then like Rhinox is very defensive, like who's these guys? But he obviously doesn't say that. He just like bellows. Or he says that and then he's transforming. So he just goes, Rhinox, maximize, and then transforms into robot mode and then introduces himself or something. Marvelous mentioned he wants to see Air Razor transform. I want to see Air Razor's robot mode. The Studio Series toys, I feel like they're hinting at it, but they've been keeping her robot mode under wraps so hard. Like every time we've seen her, it's just been in her beast mode. And it's always just been the one scene where we see her at that bridge where Optimus and Scourge are battling, and then we don't see her again. But every piece of promotional material for Air Razor has always kept her in her beast mode. And with how I mentioned that she has yellow optics compared to Cheetor, Rhinox, and Primal having green, I feel like that might play into something. I don't think this is a case of like, this is a cool character color or a character design choice. I think this is actually going to be like, something's going to happen to Air Razor. Because it did look like in that same shot in the teaser trailer that she was attacking Optimus and Scourge. But again, we've had our misleads before, like the last night where we all thought like Nemesis Prime was killing the Infernicons, and then it just turned out to be a simple like hue change for the lens flare, so they made it seem like he was going to kill everyone, but then really he's still the good guy. So maybe Airazor was actually defending Prime from Scourge because maybe she's run into Scourge before. Maybe the Maximals know of Scourge. They seem to know something. Even if that line from the teaser trailer just might be a trailer line and we don't hear that audibly spoken, you hear Primal say from, of all the threats from both your past and future, you've never faced anything like this. It's like it sounds like they know something. So maybe the Maximals have gone up against Scourge before. Who's to say? But I just want to see like what the story is for this movie. What are we getting into? Every movie for Transformers has had some kind of MacGuffin, which in this movie it's going to be the transwarp key, which we know from all the bios on the different toy boxes and everything, or at least from Battle Trap's box. But like, we keep hearing all these different elements, like all these stories from all the Transformers movies have had their casual MacGuffin. They've had the thing that they're looking for, that they need to power up some other thing. But this time it feels a little bit different. Like, the search feels like it's going to be very important. Because clearly the Terracons need this thing, the transwarp key, for something. Whatever that thing is, who knows? Maybe we'll see that in the trailer. Maybe we won't. People speculated that in the teaser trailer from December that the giant structure near the final battle was like some kind of spaceship. I think that might be like the transwarp bridge. Like, it might be some sort of space bridge, and it might be one that's been buried on Earth, similar to how the Star Harvester in Revenge of the Fallen was dug in Earth's pyramids. So maybe the space bridge is dug from the temple in Machu Picchu. Don't know, man. There are some things in there that would make sense. There are some things that will be very interesting. But I mean, it's a Transformers trailer. There's a lot of things that they're going to like tease and like reference and build up to. So clearly we're not going to see everything all right away, but we are going to see something, because it has been a few months. We're getting closer to June. Literally next week, next Monday is going to be May 1st. We are going to be only less than a month away, or a little over a month away from this movie releasing in theaters. That's crazy. The wait is almost over. The promotion is going into full swing. I cannot wait to see what is in store for this movie. I am super excited for tomorrow. I do plan on doing a reaction. If I don't get it out right away, I will most likely get it out sometime afternoon. I have to clean my phone and everything. There's a lot of storage I have to get rid of. A lot of taken storage, I should say. But I do plan on doing a reaction. I thought about it, and not gonna lie, that trailer teaser, that was one that really convinced me. Like, it's like, okay, you give me a money shot like that, that's it. I'm sold. I'll do a reaction. It's fine. But I'm legitimately really excited for this film. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. I'm very curious about the story. I'm very eager to hear all the voices for all our favorite alien robots. I'm very interested to see how they're going to handle the introduction of the Maximals. If it's going to be a time travel thing, if it's going to be like an Age of Extinction thing where it's like how the Dinobots were like ancient warriors. Maybe it's a similar thing, but one thing's for certain is everything looks really good. I am still somewhat disappointed that ILM is not doing the animation, because that has been a staple for the Transformers movies. But I feel like MPC is doing a fine job. I think they're doing great. All the designs look really cool, really distinctive, very unique, very involved. And some of the transformations that we've seen have been handled very, very well. Primal's transformation was very cool in the teaser trailer. Bumblebee's transformation was, I think, kind of one of the weaker ones because it just looked unfinished, in my personal opinion. Mirage's transformation was a little weird. It wasn't really a stoic transformation, but it was one where it's like, he's moving around, so it was kind of hard to see all the moving parts go somewhere. But who knows? Maybe that's another thing too that I want to see. I want to see more transformations for this trailer. I really do. Like, give me one of Wheeljack. Give me one of RC. Give me one of Scourge. Give me like a theatrical introduction type transformation for Scourge. I would really love to see that dude go from like truck mode to robot mode in like a really vicious way, or maybe even go from truck to robot. I don't care. Or robot to truck, sorry. Like, I don't care. Just give me some transformations. I want to see more of that because it's a Transformers movie. It's like they're supposed to transform. I want to see that because we've had instances in Transformers media where there were so many designs that were not shown their transformations, and we never got to see that. Like, Age of Extinction brought in Hound, Crosshairs, and Drift. Drift transformed only twice. He transformed from... No, I'm sorry, 3 times. He transformed from robot to helicopter. Okay, 4 times. He transformed from robot to helicopter. He transformed from helicopter to robot. Then he transformed from his Bugatti mode to his robot mode very briefly before the KSI breach scene. And then he transformed from that to the helicopter. And then after that, we never saw him. Hound never transformed. Crosshairs never transformed. We didn't get to see how they would transform until the last night. And albeit those were pretty cool transformations, they weren't a lot. So I really hope that they utilize these characters and they show off all their abilities and they transform and they sound cool. And, that's what I live for personally. That's what I want from these movies. I really hope that they stay true to that. I really hope they don't like mess that up because it's really cool to see how like all these designs move and function and transform and, all that. I'm also curious if the Maximals are just going to have handheld weapons or if they're going to actually have like blasters, because I am somewhat disappointed that Primal does not have his wrist guns like he does in the traditional Beast Wars cartoon, but I am very happy he does have the swords, which were very underutilized in Beast Wars. So I have to wait and see. That's the phrase you're going to keep hearing, everybody. You're just going to have to wait and see. I was checking TF Wiki and they updated the robot cast for the film. Guess who was added? Predacon Scorponaut. Okay. Guillermo Cordero. I hope I am saying that right. Guillermo. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, but hello, welcome. We're almost about to end the stream, unfortunately. And again, like I mention all the time, especially on Instagram, I'm sorry that I did not add anyone. Sometimes going solo just seems to work better for me. I am open to adding people, but it's just tonight is probably not the best night. So I apologize. However, stay tuned because on Sunday, we're going to be doing TFTC episode 85, which is going to be all about the discussion for Transformers Rise of the Beasts theatrical trailer. And I'm hoping to get a couple people involved in that. Unfortunately, Cyborg has already told me that he will not be able to make it. He is going to be preoccupied. However, I do hope he's going to have a good day. And I'm going to try to get a few other people as well. I think TF Addictress, my girlfriend, is going to be involved because she did say Sunday was good. So in terms of anyone else, I don't know. And all I ask is please I can't talk. Please be patient. Please don't ask me ahead of time. Can you join? When the stream has a set time and there's a little bit of a time window, I'll ask people if they want to join. And if they're able to make it and actually take part in it, then I'll be more than happy to add you. But if you're going to join and barely say anything, then respectfully, please just stay in the live chat because, I want people to really engage and talk about their thoughts and everything because it's called Transformers Thought Corner for a reason. So, but we are going to be doing that as well as a Maximize the Hype episode 3 because this is technically episode 2. This is just a live special type thing. And don't worry, you're not going to have to go through an hour-long stream. I will be making chapters so that way you guys can skip ahead to the actual predictions and compared to how I normally do my live streams and everything. I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'll definitely be going to do chapters so that way you can guys just skip to the predictions. But there's not really a lot to predict with Transformers movies, you know? Like when it comes to trailers, it's like we just decide like what we want to see, or we hope to see what we want to see. So, like I said, I hope we see transformations. I hope we see certain battle scenes like Optimus versus Scourge. I hope we see maybe one with Optimus versus Primal. Maybe we'll see an extended version of the scene with Wheeljack and Battletrap fighting, or Wheeljack RC fighting Battletrap. Maybe we'll see a little bit of mano a mano with RC and Nightbird. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll see an extended cut of Bumblebee's supposed death scene. Who knows? Honestly, who knows at this point? Everything, we're going to see a little bit of everything probably. I just hope they don't show too much, because that's one flaw that every Transformers movies promotion has had, and that's they show way too much in the trailer, and then you might as well just show the rest of the movie. So we'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully I will be able to get my reaction done as soon as I figure out how to clean out my phone, because I have a lot of photos. So if I don't get it done soon, I will try to get it out tomorrow. But again, like I've been saying this whole time, we'll have to wait and see. So I also hope they don't show a lot. Yeah, I really hope they don't. That's a major flaw that all the Transformers movies had, is like every TV spot, every trailer has shown off pretty much everything, and then it leaves no shock value for the movie. So yeah, I mean, there are moments of shock value, but at the same time, you're showing scenes that take place in the movie, and some of those scenes have things that happen, like how in the Age of Extinction ones, I think they flat out showed how Optimus got stabbed and then Bumblebee's fighting Lockdown. And then I think there's also, I don't think they showed like a shot of Lockdown's corpse or anything. I can't remember. But it's like they showed off that entire battle, and like everyone was kind of just meh with it. And then the last night came along, and then they just showed off everything. Like, hey, we have Hot Rod. Hey, we have Robot Knights. Hey, we have a dragon. Hey, we have all the Decepticons. Like, they showed way too much. Oh, hey, we have Day Trader. This guy's brand new, but you're gonna see him because he's cool looking. Like they could have saved that, but they just threw him in a TV spot like he was garbage, which is ironic because he's a junk truck. So yeah. But anyway, other than that, I mean, there's really not much else to say in terms of like what I want to see. There really isn't. It would be really cool to see pretty much everything that I hoped. I really hope we just hear a lot of people. Like, I hope we hear Scourge. I hope we hear RC and Nightbird. I hope we hear Wheeljack. I hope we hear Cheetor and Rhinox. I'm very curious on how these characters are going to sound. But at the same time, I don't want them to like reveal everyone's voice, how they're going to sound. I think we're probably going to get a voiceover from Optimus Prime. Maybe we'll get a one or two couple lines from Mirage. And then we'll probably hear one line from RC or one line from Wheeljack. Maybe we'll have a little bit of like a monologue from Scourge. Maybe we'll get one line from Battletrap and maybe one from Nightbird. And then a couple battle scenes, maybe some driving cinematic shots, and that's pretty much the basis of these trailers and everything. They're all so similar, but like this is definitely giving like a different feel. Like it doesn't feel like a Michael Bay Transformers movie, but at the same time, it has that type of familiarity to it, which is not a bad thing per se. But like, I love the Michael Bay movies, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait for tomorrow, and we're almost at midnight, so that only means we're 9 hours away. 9 hours Eastern Standard Time at least. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to see this movie. I hope I can see this movie because hurricane season down here in Florida starts on June 1st. So I hope we literally do not start off with a hurricane on the first week of June. I hope we don't get one until... I hope we don't get one at all. But if we do end up getting one, I hope it's not going to be as devastating as like Ian or Ivan, because those were really bad storms. And yeah, I don't want to deal with those. That's another reason why I want to get out of Florida. But yeah, we are we are a little over a month away from this movie. Like, it's insane how fast time has flown by, and it feels like it's been forever since we got a new trailer, which it has been. It's been 3 months. So yeah, it's long overdue, in my personal opinion. But again, I'm really glad that they've been very smart with the marketing. They have not been giving out too many trailers or too many TV spots or anything. So I'm very anxious and very curious to see what's in store. And again, because this is the theatrical trailer, we're definitely going to we're definitely in for a treat tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, my laptop is officially at 10%, which means it's time for me to wrap it up here. In that particular case, I do want to thank everyone for tuning in, hanging out with me for a bit. These streams are no different than what I do on Instagram. It's just this time it's very topic focused. So this is still a maximize the hype one. It's just not in the traditional style of maximize the hype. But at the same time, it has the spirit to it. I do apologize if this stream was not the best. I'm not good at this. I need people to help carry me. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying to just do my thing, share my thoughts, have my fun, and share it with you guys because, it is time to maximize the hype. That's what the stream is for. It's to help build up the hype for Rise of the Beasts. So, and we're not that far away either. So, yeah. Anyway, it's late. I'm tired, as you can probably tell. So I'm going to leave it here. But thank you all very much for tuning in, hanging out with me for a little over an hour. If you're tuning in just now, hey, don't fret. Check it out after it's uploaded. I would really appreciate it. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think about what's going to happen in the trailer down in the comment section down below. Please be respectful, of course. If I don't reply to you, please be patient. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're new, please feel free to subscribe. Hit that big red subscribe button so I can transform your entertainment one day at a time. So get ready to go into beast mode tomorrow, everybody, and get ready to maximize the hype. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Please remember, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF addicts for life. This is TFA 1024, the TF addict, rolling out until all is fun. Good night.